So here we're going to go through some pictures of our trip to Seattle. This is when we were up in a Space Needle. They kind of take your picture before you go in, and then they use this backdrop on a whole bunch or a few pictures of Seattle in the background. There's Mount Rainier. There's a Space Needle where we're actually at. That is a live picture from the Space Needle. That is another one. I think there was, I can't remember. There it is. There's the Chinook. That it's not an airplane. It's a Chinook. Um, Peroski's. This was at the Pike's Place Market. Oh my goodness, very good baked goods there. Okay, and this was on our way up to Mount Rainier. First time my wife or I had ever driven the road up to Mount Rainier. The whole time I was in the military there, never did it. Amber, for as long as she lived there in the Seattle area, never went up to Mount Rainier, doesn't remember going up there. So it was a really neat experience driving up there. Some really pretty scenery going up. The weather. So this was Memorial Day weekend, so still a little chilly going up. You'll see as we get closer to the top, we put another layer on because it's getting a little bit chilly. Like I said, really pretty drive and just a lot of places to stop and get some really nice pictures. There's Mount Rainier as we're getting closer, and there we are on as far as you can go. Um, and we were able to touch the snow. There's the peak of Mount Rainier in the background. Um, as you can see, we all have sweatshirts on. It got a little bit chilly up there. Um, there's another picture as we were coming back down off the mountain. So where we were at, we were going from Seattle to Yakima, Washington for Amber's best friend's husband's celebration of life. Um, there, here is we were at a winery in Yakima, Washington. I went to her husband's dad's house. Had to get a tool because I had to do some work, and he was showing me his cars. There's a Boss Mustang. I forget the year. Beautiful, beautiful car. Um, there's a Trans Am that he's gonna make into the Bandit. There's a Corvette. I forget underneath that. I really liked his shop. That's why I took the picture of his shop too. But that was a Corvette underneath there, and that's a Chevelle SS. I didn't get a picture when he pulled it off. I think that's Mount Adams right there that I took when I was in Yakima. That sign right there is the military installation that when I was in Yakima or when I was in Fort Lewis, spent quite a bit of time in Yakima at the training area there. That was just coming. This was coming over the hill from Yakima, and you can see the Grand Tetons in the background. So we went over Stevens Pass. We stopped in a German town called Leavenworth. Um, as you'll see, not a lot going on in the town. We did get some baked goods. I forget where we went. They were pretty good. And then we went to a restaurant there and had lunch. And there it is right there. And I can tell you, I make better German food than that restaurant did. Um, but the town was really dead. There really nothing was going on. Maybe just too early in the year. I don't know. As you can see, there's nobody hardly in the background of any of our pictures, and it wasn't that we were waiting for people to get out of the way so we could take a picture. There just wasn't anybody there. The paintings, it does have a feel, remind you a little bit of Germany. My wife and I, and my two kids, but my wife and I mainly spent about 15, 16 years in Germany. So Um, it was neat. Some of the murals were exact as far as what you would see if you were to go to Germany, something like that. Painted on the side of a building as you're going through one of the towns or a group of buildings like that. It's really neat, but you can see there's like nobody there. Maybe during Oktoberfest it livens up but it was really neat. The architecture is really cool there. And I forgot to get a picture of it, but there was a cuckoo clock, a big cuckoo clock up on one of the buildings, but it didn't work. So, and that's it for the pictures. Thank you for watching.